Well, hello there. Hi, my name is Harvey Sengers. I am 34 years. I come from the Netherlands. I think I spent at least 30 years of my 34 years being an absolute music lover, absolute music nerd, and I think over 20 years making my own music as a musician. So, as I've been making music throughout the years, doing tours and doing shows and everything, I had the pleasure countless times to walk into all kinds of cool people from all over the artistic spectrum. There are so many years of having so many cool conversations with all these artists and all these musicians. I started noticing that whenever I would flip on the mainstream media, it would rarely be the case that I would see something that was even mildly as interesting as the conversations that I would have with these musicians. I also started noticing that for some weird reason, the less these people were getting attention, so the more unknown the musicians and the artists were, the more interesting the conversations were I had with them. So here's the deal. I have been busy making a game, a relatively easy game with a 60 question cards for artists. And with artists, I mean basically everybody who has anything to do with art. This could be musicians, people working on photography, people making art, people who help making art, people who appreciate art, basically everybody. The name of the game is the first record, or in my native Dutch language, the Eerste Plaat. The game focuses mostly on music, but I also put in a lot of other questions that could basically speak to any artists. I also try to include a very deep questions and very light subjects, so we get a healthy mix. Also, and this is where the game gets its name, there are three special music record questions. These questions focus solely on questions about music records. So whoever is playing this game with me has to draw 20 questions. They have to answer them as good as they can. And if they manage to draw two of the three record questions that I just showed you, the player actually wins a voucher for a music album of their own choice. Each player starts out with two I am asking you question cards. It's very simple. The name already says it. If there's a question that you find interesting that I am asking you, you can give this card to me and then I have to answer the same question. So last but certainly not least, there's only one Joker question card. This one comes very much in handy on the end of the game if you weren't able to get at least two of the record questions. This card permits you to draw three more questions and even gives you one extra I'm asking you card. The goal of the game is to have as much meaningful and interesting conversations about music and art as humanly possible to help musicians and artists that need the attention, of course, to keep you, sophisticated people, entertained. Of course, I'm gonna need also your help to find cool guests, but we're gonna talk about that on the end of the video. For now, let's get into it.